Fighting Elegy, fighting Elegy. If you don't want to masturbate, you might as well beat up your fellow man. I guess that's the cure for going to hell. I don't know. It's not. You're not. Anyway, hello there, Nate Jackson, Criterion Collection Reviewer Guy here, number 269, Seijin Suzuki's Fighting Elegy, the second in our Suzuki weekend, and another fantastic one, another really cool movie. I don't know if I like it more than whatever the last one was, Youth of the Beast, but it's not bad. I dig it. I think the storylines are just a little stronger than what became of what happened in Branded to Kill and Tokyo Drifter, which I guess Branded to Kill was his next movie after Fighting Elegy. I went ahead and I looked at the Wikipedia page because there's no supplements on here, so I wanted to know a little more about the movie, and I guess it says something about, I guess this is like the first part in a script, and there was going to be a sequel to Fighting Elegy, but it never got produced or something because of it never got produced, so he ended up making Branded to Kill next. So, and yeah, so anyway, details: 1966, 86 minutes Japanese. All right, so basically, this is just a pretty simple plot. It's about this guy named Kiroku Nambu, and he's a high schooler, and he's in love with this girl, who's this Catholic girl. What's her name? Michiko. And he, like most teenagers, he would love to just rub one out, but he finds it hard to because of his upbringing and all that, and so he turns to fighting to relieve his stress and all that, and he ends up joining this fighting club, not a fight club, but this fighting group or something where these different groups fight each other, and it's I guess not really totally legit, but he joins these groups and he ends up getting expelled from school, and after joining the army or joining this army or military thing and wearing the wrong uniform or defying his superiors and all that, and so he goes to live with his aunt and uncle, and while there he teaches, he's kind of like a fish out of water in the school he goes to, and he's definitely becomes the strongest guy, the most outspoken of the whole lot. He ends up starting his own gang, and yeah, they fight, and I guess they get captured at one point. It's kind of it was a little hard to follow, but eventually, but toward the end, he finds out that I guess Michiko comes back and leaves him, and so he's really distraught, and so he goes to fight off in some war that I guess is real time war. What was the name of it? I'm going to look it up because I guess it was based on a real war. The events of Niniroku Jishin, February 26th incident. Let's look this up. Let's just read a little bit of this because I don't really have much else to say. February 26, 1936, organized by a group of young Imperial Japanese Army officers with the goal of purging the government. Oh crap! Yeah, this was a big thing, and so this was seriously a huge thing in Japan. So yeah, that's just me. That's just, you have to know, some history of the history of Japan, which obviously, this was 30 years. This was made 30 years after the fact, and obviously it is a historical movie in that, but you could look past that. Toward the ending, obviously, if you don't know what happened, then you may, it's a little confusing. The ending's very abrupt. Just Kiroku going off to war, and that's all we see. Obviously, I guess the rest of the story was going to come, was going to come to light, but it never did, and so all we have is this part one of the unfinished script or something like that. And yeah, but aside from that, it's a fantastic story. I think Suzuki tells the story very well. There's a little bit of tricks, a couple tricks in there, a couple of fun little things that Suzuki does with shooting and stuff like that. The most noticeable is when Hiroku comes to his new classroom, the teachers, I guess the students regard the teacher as a duck, and they call him Professor Duck, and they start chanting duck, and when when they do, we see like the professor's side of the screen is like seen, but then it goes, well, no, the professor's side of the screen is black, and then we see the students, and then they chant duck again, and then the professor's side is seen, but the students are black, and it just goes duck, 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 you know. It's really interesting, and that's interesting little technique that Suzuki did, and there's a lot of random, like whenever they say, I forget the name of the place that, that he moves to, Aizuwaka Matsu, or the Aizu for short. And every time the principal says Aitsu, or the professor says Aitsu, is a close-up. There's a close-up, an intense close-up of his face saying Aitsu, or his mouth. And there's just little touches. I mean, this was '66. A lot more radical filmmaking, during that period. I mean, especially in Japan. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this one. It's not a bad one. It's gonna be on the list along with Youth of the Beast. I don't know. Maybe I may have to watch Branded to Kill and Tokyo Drift again. I may have to add those two in. But yeah. So anyway, although wait a minute. Now I'm confused because I thought Branded to Kill. Okay, wait. I thought Branded to Kill was his next film. Wait, when was? The events of I'm reading this off the Wikipedia page. The events of the film cover only the first half of the novel of what it was based. Suzuki had planned and co-written the script for a sequel covering the latter half of the story, but was fired after his next film, Branded to Kill, and the project entered development limbo. In the book, Nambu joins the army, goes on to fight in China, and is killed. Oh, okay. Well, that explains that. Yeah. So Tokyo Drifter was before this one. Okay. So I get them mixed up because that's what happened. Because Branded to Kill was before Tokyo Drifter, but I watched Tokyo Drifter before Branded to Kill because Tokyo Drifter came first. So yeah. But anyway, there's a chance I may add Branded to Kill and Tokyo Drifter back on the watch list this season. We'll see. Anyway, so that's it for me. Brandon Fighting Elegy, I'll give it an A. Great movie. No supplements except for the trailer, which is an amazing trailer. And yeah, that's all I can say. So, Finding LG, a great movie. And that's it for today. That's it for this week. Thanks for hanging in there and taking a week off. And when we get back next Monday, Kajimusha, Kurosawa. We'll finally get to some Kurosawa. And then Wednesday, we'll have Casse d'Or. And then Thursday, Touche Pausa Grispi. And then Saturday, we'll Lacomare Seca, and then we've got two by Dasin. I think we got two Dasin movies. Thieves Highway and Night in the City, I think, are the ones after that. I don't remember. But anyway, yeah. So that's all that's all I got for you. I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk to you to make this review longer, but we'll leave it at that. Yeah, so anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Masturbation will not send you to hell. Don't fight people to relieve your stress. That's not cool. No matter what Palahniuk tells you, or Brad Pitt in this case, in most of your guys' case. And yeah, so that's it for me. Thank you for watching. We will see you next week for Kajimusha, and until then, take care of yourselves and goodbye.